Donald Trump, from the very beginning of his term, has very clearly taken a 180 on some of his core promises. And in particular, the economic stuff. It's only getting worse with the way he now talks about getting prices down compared to, the lofty promises he was making before. Here's a reminder.
Starting on day one of my new administration, we will end inflation and we will make America affordable again because the prices are too high.
All goes to plan. When do you think families will be able to feel prices going down, groceries, energy, or are you kind of saying to them, hang on, inflation may get worse until it gets better?
No, I think we're going to become a rich. Look, we're not that rich right now. We owe $36 trillion. That's because we let all these nations take advantage of us. Same thing, like 200 billion with Canada. We owe 300. We have a deficit with Mexico of $350 billion. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let that happen.
Yeah, again, look, I understand regular people, you don't need to understand what the trade deficit is. All it means is we buy more of their stuff than they buy of ours. We have way more money. We have way more spending money than they do. It's a sign of a strong economy. That's what it is. He doesn't understand that. He cannot. But much more importantly, he was asked, when will the American people feel the relief that you promised was coming on day one? You saw it in that clip, okay? When? Well, 200 billion, Mexico, and we're gonna be rich. We're not a rich country now, but we're gonna be. So never. They're never gonna. Let's just be honest. They're never gonna feel it. You're not even saying a month. You're not saying 6 months. You're off talking about something else that has nothing to do with the financial situation that Americans wake up to every day. So let's just be very clear about that. Reminder, on True Social, he had said this will be the golden age of America. Yeah, I'm sure the top 0.1% are gonna do well. But there will be some pain, yes, maybe not. But we'll make America great again, and it will all be worth the price that must be paid. Why do your voters have to pay a price? Why? You said they've been paying a price and you're gonna help them. Now they need to pay more of a price so that the wealthiest people in the world can have even more money they'll never be able to spend? Wake up, MAGA. If this doesn't bother you yet, why? And wait, oh my God, wait until the prices. I mean, already, I went to buy eggs again this weekend. It's absolutely insane. It's not getting any better. He's not even talking about it, by the way. He's not even like, give me it's those damn Guatemalans or something. Give me like an excuse or a scapegoat. He's not even pretending to care about any of this. And I'll remind you again, he talks about how we're gonna be, as a country, we're gonna be so much better off. Here is on the left, all the debt that he added to America, saddled our kids, our grandkids with, and then his tariffs, which are gonna fix all of our problems. That's on the right, that's how much it offset. And by the way, even in offsetting the revenue, just remember, we paid for that, okay? So it's not even really an offset, it's just taxes on us. But whatever, it's not even close, not even close. And despite that, JR, and then I want your thoughts, 70% of people are saying he's doing what he promised in the campaign. Well, 70% of America is apparently still being able to find good deals on liquor, I guess, because you're out of your mind. And look, it's taking too long for people to wake up, I think. But again, when you go and you have to pay for your groceries, it's more difficult, I think, to delude yourself at that point. And we see exactly the road we're going down. So what do you think?
Well, the promises that he made were about division, racism, bigotry, deportations, destroying the economy. He said all that stuff, he just didn't campaign on it. He said during the campaign, when he and Elon were laughing about firing unionized folks who wanted a decent living wage and also their contributions to growing companies having their part. And they laughed and said, "Oh, you're good at that. You kicked them out." He pointed out that tariffs are the way he's going to go about things. It's just he lied to them again and said that that's how things work. We're the most prosperous ever. You know who was most prosperous when McKinley was implementing tariffs? Rich people. That was before McKinley got shot and killed, just keeping it real. But this again, there's always this break between what they're promising versus what the expectations are to happen with that. Elon Musk is telling everyone with absolutely zero evidence that he's found all this corruption and overspending and trillions of dollars within the government that I'm gonna clean up. So they're celebrating and waving their hands and screaming and throwing around their red hats. So the next question, all you folks celebrating, is what's the mechanism? What's the system that Elon Musk is putting into place to now these collected all these hundreds of billions of dollars in his chest pockets? After that, how does that transfer into your pockets? How does that go to benefit you? Where does all those hundreds of billions of dollars go to help you? And in what ways does it go to help you? What system is put in place for that to happen? There's all these systems that are put in place where money from the government benefits Americans. Those are called entitlement programs that they're shutting the F down because they don't want any of this money that they say they're collecting to go to any way to benefit your ass. None of it. So again, if the next person, you guys all out there, if you have a MAGA friend or someone who's just clueless and they say, oh, Elon's finding all the corruption, he's collecting all the money, ask them, how is he gonna get it to you? Ask them that very simple question. I always say, you guys, there's a couple questions you ask people, and it always starts with who, what, when, where, why, and how. And this one, it's how are they gonna get it to you? Because you're celebrating the money that's coming back to America. What's America?
Yeah.
Is it you or is it the billionaires in his cabinet?
There would be a really easy answer. Tax cuts for poor and middle class people. That's it. I mean, we don't need the money as much because we've cut the government so much. I mean, never mind the fact that the services that they cut, you're now gonna have to pay for individually. Well, let's pretend that doesn't exist. They're not gonna do that. And you're gonna see, by the way, if you're MAGA, you're gonna see in like a month, they're gonna do their tax cuts. The CBO is gonna come out. 90% of the value is gonna go to the top 1%. Probably like 50% is gonna go to the top 0.1%. So yeah, they'll cut some stuff and then they'll give that money back to the wealthiest people in the country. And you'll be screwed over. You'll get a tax cut of $70 or whatever. So you could buy a couple dozen eggs. That's good, I guess. And then you're on your own in a tougher position than you were before Donald Trump got in office. But don't worry, Jeff Bezos, he's not gonna pay as much in taxes. So maybe you can fill your stomach with that. Maybe you'll feel a lot better about that. Or maybe you won't be able to afford groceries, but some trans 16-year-old 1,000 miles away won't be able to play a sport. That'll keep your family fed. That's how that works, right? That's how food works and calories. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.